But jurors did not order the magazine's publisher, Troopers. A federal jury has cleared the publisher of Consumer Reports magazine of any liability for a story it wrote claiming the 1995-96 Isuzu Troopers were prone to tip over. The jury did find Consumer Reports magazine made 8 false statements about the Troopers' safety in its October 1996 issue. But jurors did not order the magazine's publisher, Consumers Union, to pay any damages. Isuzu had claimed the article caused a $242 million loss in sales. Ford Motor Company says it plans to begin producing a new gas and electricity-powered hybrid version of its Escape sports utility vehicle. They say it'll be available in 2003 and will have fuel economy close to 40 miles per gallon in city driving. The Escape Hybrid becomes the first such vehicle for which an American automaker has actually announced production plans. While a price has not yet been set, Ford officials say the hybrid will likely cost about $3,000 more than the regular Escape SUV. Well, you either love them or you hate them. An Easter treat goes international, and it's a big day for an office staple. First Business correspondent Bob Urich has those stories and more in this morning's Business Briefs.
Peeps leave the nest and head across the big pond. Americans haven't been able to get enough of the marshmallow chicks and bunnies since they first hatched in 1953. Last year alone, we ate 600 million of the Easter treats. Now, for the first time, Brits will also be able to enjoy the sugary goodies. And just in time for Easter, the maker of Peeps has unveiled a new flavor, strawberry cream eggs. If you're interested in more news from Peepsville, log on at their website at marshmallowpeeps.com. Happy birthday, Post-it notes. The yellow sticky bits of paper celebrated the big 2-0 on Thursday. 20 years ago, 3M scientist Art Fry invented the Post-it note. He was looking for a better way to mark his place in his church hymnal. Today, Post-it notes come in 56 shapes and 27 sizes. And they're not just yellow anymore. You can leave a note in any of 50 colors. Need to get your laundry done but also have to pick up your kids from school? Are your kids clamoring for an after-school snack, but you're still miles from home? Ford and Maytag say they may have the answer. They've teamed up to create WinStar Solutions. The minivan has its own mini Maytag washer-dryer, 2 refrigerators, and a microwave. There's a wet-dry vac in case you make a mess, and check out the onboard trash compactor, coolers, and entertainment center. With this much stuff, it'll be okay if you spend most of your time in the car. You can even control some of your household appliances from the road.
So we knew that there was an opportunity here to make life simple.
Start oven.
And yet also do things in a very safe way for our consumers.
But don't look for the WinStar solution at your auto dealer just yet. It's still in the concept stage.
Looks like we're going to get done early today.
Bob Urich, First Business.
If you have a comment or question about any story appearing on First Business this morning, we'd like to hear from you. Just give us a call in Washington at 202-973-2080 or check us out on the internet at www.1stbusiness.com. That's 202-973-2080 or check us out on the internet at www.1stbusiness.com. On the First Business Sports page this morning, from the Masters to the ice to the ballpark, here's All News Channel's Wally Langfellow.
Well, tough wind conditions made for a tough day for Tiger Woods and just about everyone else at day one of the Masters Golf Tournament on Thursday. Woods, the prohibitive favorite this weekend, struggles. Here he is on the 12th hole. He triple bogeys here, finished at 3 over 75. Meanwhile, Masters rookie Dennis Paulson shoots a 4 under 68. He has a one-shot lead. Hockey last night. Montreal still battling for the final playoff spot in the East, helping their cause with a win over Tampa. Patrice Brisebois with 2 goals. This one made it 5-0. Habs win 5-1. They're still tied with the Sabres for the last spot in the East. Baseball last night. Orioles take another from the Indians thanks again to a home run off the bat of catcher Charles Johnson. CJ with a 3-run shot here in the 6th snaps a 2-2 tie. O's win 6-2. Cal Ripken 1 for 3. He now needs 7 more for 3,000. Here's the Thursday scores.
2/3 of your estate gone. Without proper planning, 2/3 of everything you've worked so hard to acquire could go to the government. Call Solomon Smith Barney at 1-800-EARNS-IT, extension 356, and see how a simple will isn't enough. Get your free special report, 10 Strategies for Preserving Your Wealth. You'll learn how to shelter up to $1 million by 2006. Why it may pay to retitle your assets. And whether you should own life insurance in your own name. See how to protect the people you care about most. Call 1-800-EARNS-IT, extension 356 for your special report today. See how we earn it. Solomon Smith Barney.
Are you one of the millions of American males who would like increased sexual energy? If you've been considering Viagra as a solution, consider something different. All-natural Enerx. Clinical studies show various ingredients of Enerx enhance sexual energy, increasing desire, performance, and satisfaction. Enerx is all natural with no side effects. With Enerx, you'll feel the increased energy within minutes and with no chemicals. We're so sure you and your mate will be completely satisfied. We'll offer you a 30-day, no questions asked, full refund. Enerx stimulates sexual energy by expanding the blood vessels, causing increased blood flow to specific areas of the body. Unleash the power of Enerx now.
Call 1-800-382-2680 in the next 10 minutes and find out how you can save 30% off the retail price. Take advantage of our special TV offer. Call 1-800-382-2680.
Taking a look now at today's business travel forecast for cities coast to coast. Looking ahead to tomorrow morning, rain along the Pacific Northwest coast, clear skies in the Midwest, snow in the New England states, and thunderstorms along the rest of the East Coast. In the commodities markets, grain and soybean prices sank on the Chicago Board of Trade following wet forecast, which improved prospects for this year's crops. Wheat declined under pressure from soybeans. Wheat for May delivery fell more than 2.5 cents. May corn fell 5 cents. May soybeans fell 12 cents to $5.31 a bushel. Over at the Chicago Merc, live cattle fell, as did May pork bellies. On the precious metal markets in Europe this morning, gold opened slightly lower, 55 cents off the New York close. Silver opened unchanged at $5.08 an ounce. It's a military thriller starring Samuel L. Jackson and Tommy Lee Jones. Rules of Engagement opens at theaters later today. Details on what you can expect from First Business correspondent Sarah Voorhees.
Rules of Engagement is a movie that ignores all the rules of logic. It begins in the middle of the explosive jungle of the Vietnam War, when Samuel L. Jackson saves the life of Tommy Lee Jones.
6! Red man! Engage hostile targets as they appear! Deadly force is authorized! How copy? Over!
30 years later, Jones is about to retire from his job as a Marine lawyer when Jackson is involved in a botched mission to rescue the U.S. ambassador to Yemen, Ben Kingsley.
Why did a well-trained fighting unit ignore the rules of engagement when their orders were simply to protect and, if necessary, evacuate the embassy?
It was a peaceful crowd. That is, until Colonel Childers arrived and prevented me from pursuing further avenues of diplomacy.
You've been charged with murder in the
that you issued an illegal order to have your Marines fire into a group of innocent civilians.
And when Jackson is accused of breaking the rules of engagement by killing unarmed citizens, Jones agrees to defend him because he owes Jackson his life. As the trial wears on, he begins to suspect that Jackson is guilty.
Yes, innocent people probably died. Innocent people always die. But I did not exceed my order.
There are moments in the courtroom that are as gripping as A Few Good Men, but those moments are few and far between. Jackson is working hard here, but Jones seems to be walking through his part, as if he realizes that the story is so full of holes and contradictions we'll never believe that he'd willingly serve a government as dishonest and shoddily run as this one is. Bruce Greenwood plays the National Security Advisor, who's so committed to sweeping the Yemen situation under the carpet, he betrays Jackson, the truth, and his country while he's at it. But people the audience knows could exonerate Jackson are simply forgotten by the script, and characters with integrity mysteriously turn into liars.
If Childers isn't held totally responsible, then the United States will be. And just guess where the finger is eventually going to point.
Me?
I wish someone had rescued me from this movie. Rules of Engagement is tedious and mean-spirited, and one of the most unsatisfying movies I've seen in a long time. I'm Sarah Voorhees, First Business.
For all of us here on the First Business News Team, I'm Trish McShane in Washington. Thanks for joining us. Have a great weekend.